Hi, Mark. My name is Ray. I'm from New York, Brooklyn. And my question was about Oculus devices. And I really wanted to know, like, what's the Oculus devices used for in the future by Facebook, and what we can expect from a Facebook using the Oculus devices? Is there some kind of particular, way that we could use in the future Oculus devices?
Yeah, so Oculus and virtual reality in general are areas that I'm really excited about, right? Because every 10 or 15 years, a completely new computing platform comes along, right? So in the 90s, we had these desktop computers and laptops, and you controlled them through a mouse, and it was very indirect. And now we have these much more intuitive devices, phones, tablets, where you can tap on them and interact directly with apps and software. And when the computing devices made that leap from desktop to the modern generation, all of the apps needed to be rewritten, right? Because the way that you interacted with them is completely different in a world where you're kind of touching your device and interacting with it directly as opposed to indirectly. And I think that virtual reality and augmented reality are basically going to be the next kind of leap beyond this, where we're probably going to need to, people are going to need to rewrite all these different kinds of apps, because instead of using something on a screen, you're going to be able to be immersed in a 3D world, right? So with VR now, you can already buy an Oculus dev kit. We announced that the first consumer version is going to be coming out in I think the first quarter of next year, but you can already buy a dev kit if you want, where you can put on a pair of the goggles or headset, and it feels like you're just completely immersed in this new world, right? And you can program it to be anything. So people build games. You can be in the middle of a 3D video. So in the future, you'll be able to be courtside at a basketball game, or anything like that you want to be. It really feels like you're there, and it's pretty amazing. What I think is going to be really cool is as the form factor keeps on getting smaller and smaller, and it stops being big goggles or a headset, but instead it just starts looking like normal glasses, right, or sunglasses, where you can use it without being tied to a computer or plugged into a computer in your living room. You can move around with it and use it anywhere. I also think augmented reality. So virtual reality is where your whole vision is kind of taken up by some computer-generated scene. Augmented reality is where you kind of see the world, but you can also put new objects in it, right? So today, if I want to show my friends a photo, maybe I'll pull out my phone and show them the photo on my phone. In the future, you'll just be able to kind of snap your fingers and instantiate a photo album or a big photo, make it whatever size you want, and people will be able to see it through their glasses. And I think that's pretty amazing. And it's going to take 5, 7, 10, I don't know, maybe 12 years to build that out and have that be something that really works, and that is cheap enough for everyone around the world to use. And these big shifts in computing only happen once every 10 or 15 years. But that's what we're trying to do with Oculus. Is we bought this company that is clearly the leader in virtual reality technology. Realized that there's going to have to be a ton of work ahead. They wanted to join us because Facebook is a company that can really afford to invest in this and believes in what we're going to need to do in order to achieve that full vision. And I just hope that over 5, 7, 10 years we get there and we can deliver this. But starting in 2016, you're going to be able to buy a consumer Oculus device and play a lot of games and access a lot of immersive video content, and it's going to be really cool. So I'm really looking forward to that.